Hello everyone, it's Stephanie with Glitterful. Today we're going to do a fun rainbow washi tape tumbler. So I bought these washi tapes from Amazon. I'll have the link below. You're going to need an X-Acto knife, and I chose to use a Hog 30-ounce skinny tumbler, and you'll see that I have taped out my top and my bottom. And the reason I'm doing this is because my washi tapes are actually really tiny, so they're not going to be big enough to cover the entire cup. And if I started from the bottom or from the top, I was going to have about a 2-inch gap. So I wanted to kind of even this out really nicely. And I plan to glitter, obviously, the bottoms so we can glitterize this. So I'm super excited about this. So you could do washi tape with any like any design. Like washi tapes is really huge. They're actually very easy to use, and I like that it's really easy to use these type of tapes and to decorate your cups. So basically it's actually quite simple. You're going to tape around your washi tape, and I'm trying to follow this line right here that I have of my blue tape, because I need this all to lay nicely, because this is not leaving. We're not taking this off. We're just gently applying it, so this is a part of the design. And so you're going to tape this all around. And I'm following, this is actually an inspired cup. My mother-in-law was like, hey, can you get this done for me? Her hairstylist saw this cool koozie that Miley Cyrus was holding, and so she was like, can you like make this into a cup? And I was like, well, sure, who can say no to their mother-in-law? So I can't, that's for sure. So I was like, okay, so let's get this going. And so when you get to this part right here where you're meeting, it's okay to do a quick overlap. I'm okay with that. Make sure you do a nice, as straight as you can be, line, because you don't want to have any jagged edges. Now the other thing is to make sure you have a new or a sharpened X-Acto knife, because if not, you're going to get like these little raggedy lines. So you just be careful with that. You don't want to, you want it to be as smooth and as neat as you can be, okay? Obviously you can always cover this up with like with a name. I mean, if you want it to be a little bit more precise. Let's see here. And I want to just get really smooth on that line there to get as close as I can be, so I don't have such a big overshadow. See, that's so much better. And if I wanted to, I could actually probably get a little bit closer, but I don't want to mess with that. And so I'm gonna continue this all the way up, all right guys, but I'm not gonna put you through the torture of that. We're just gonna go ahead in fast motion, and we're repeating the same steps. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I added all my washi tapes. So I have this beautiful rainbow. And so now this is where we're going to play with some glitter. And you're going to need a spare piece of paper so that you can capture your glitter. I'm going to use the Tack-It method for this. So I'm super excited to be doing this. The Tack-It method is where your holographic glitter lays extremely flat to the cup. So it's super awesome. Once it's on there, it's on. I'm going to be using a soft brush. I did bring a square soft brush to the side, but I don't really think I'm going to use it. I like the soft brush. And the color that I'm going to be using is Tin Man. So the areas that I'm going to be placing this glitter in is here at the top and at the bottom. And I'm going to reuse this tape, guys. I'm all about saving you a buck, okay? If this is your craft, this can be expensive, and if it's your business, you need to keep your costs down. So this is how you do it, by trying to salvage anything that you can. And I'm starting to pick up some paint here, and that's okay. I'm going to be covering that with glitter. I'm not too concerned. I used a brand that I typically don't use. I use Rust-Oleum. I don't typically use that brand. So what I'm doing right now is reusing this tape. And what I'm doing is I'm going up to the line of where my red started, and I'm going to go all around and cut, and just to cover up that line, because I don't want any of my glue or my glitter to get onto that portion of the cup. I want this design to really stand out. So I'm just taping this all around, and then where I meet again. And I'm doing this softly, guys. Like, I don't want to pick up my tape. Washi tape is really awesome, but it's decorative, so it comes off pretty easily. So you gotta be tender-handed with it, okay? And guys, if you're still watching this video, please give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel, guys. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, guys. You guys know we're trying to come up with a lot of new tutorials for you. We have a Facebook group called Beautiful Glitter Fanatics, and we love to see new crafters, new people. You know, check us out. We have a website called Glitterful, and so in our group we showcase a lot of these crafts that we're talking about and we're seeing, as well as displaying all the love for Glitterful glitter. So you guys check us out. I'll have the description link below. Seeing this down. All right, cool beans. So I'm gonna go ahead and so again, this is Tin Man. It's our holographic ultrafine. This method works best for ultrafines and fines. It really gives this awesome holographic design. So you just want to make sure that you are being that you're not being wasteful with your glitter, because it's really easy to be. I am actually just going to be using the cap of this. I'm not going to be grabbing anything else. I'm just using the cap. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's not like Mod Podge. I'm not double backing here after the glitter. I'm literally just laying this on my cup and around. And you're just going to do that all around, okay? I'm going to hit this with my heat gun for like 4 seconds, literally 4 seconds, on a very low setting. I want it to be tacky. All right. Let me grab my glitter. And I'm going to go ahead and start pouring this onto here. Okay, and I'm just spreading it on, guys. Nothing fancy. All of our glitter comes in baggies. If I ever need to like have a shaker kind of method, then I will just do a makeshift shaker using my Dixie cups. But for one like pours like this, I don't usually use a shaker or a makeshift shaker. Just pour it out. I scratched it right there, guys. All right. So I just patted that down. I'm gonna put this glitter back into my baggie, because this is the only glitter I'll be able to save from what I'm about to do. Okay. the rest of this glitter of what we're going to do is not going to be able to save. Now I'm going to give this another hit with my heat gun here. I'm going to make sure it's dry. I really want my tacket to really hold on to that glitter. All right, this is where you're going to go with your finger and you're going to gently start rubbing off that glitter. And you can already see it's almost, take a look at the difference. You see how that really just shimmers off of that? So you could actually do whole cups like this. This is a new method that has been like wowing everybody in the crafting world. So it's definitely worth a try. Tacket has been really difficult to find. I think my husband found it for me on the Alina's website. So I will place that link as well in the description box. But I love this. I just thought it was perfect for what we're doing. I also like the fact that it lays super flat. So what that means is now I can actually go ahead and add my decal and epoxy this one time. Bam. I already saved time. I saved some money on epoxy. Look at that. We are crafting on a budget, guys. I love, love, love quick crafts like this. And I love to save money. So I'm all about it. I'm going to grab a fork. And again, so you see why we made sure that we pulled off, like we put back anything extra that we had. Because this is not salvageable. Like it almost comes off the cup clumpy. So there are some areas you want to rub this off until it's smooth on your cup. Like you can literally go over your hand and it's smooth, like on this side. So you're just going to continue until it's smooth and off. Take a look at that, guys. How gorgeous is that? So it will be smooth to the touch. And so yeah, we're going to repeat that step here at the bottom. Okay, guys? All right, guys, so once you're done like rubbing off all your excess, you're gonna feel like it's just smooth. It's awesome. Okay, so then go ahead and carefully peel off that painter's tape. And look at that. Look at this gorgeousness. Careful. And look at this beauty that you've created. Stop it right now. And so this is so smooth that you can actually add your decal and not have to worry about it. So you can go ahead, add your decal, which is what I'm gonna go ahead and do, and then epoxy right over this using minimal epoxy. I mean, I think I'm probably gonna use like 15, maybe 20 ml tops of epoxy. And then it's let it cure. And oh yeah, and I'll be adding Mystique to my it has my little Janko Nanter on there. I'm going to be using Mystique in my epoxy as well. Mystique is an enhancer. So I'll show you guys what that looks like once I add that in. And all it does, it doesn't take away from the design. but it's just going to give it the perfect amount of sparkle on the rest of it. So I'm so excited to show you the finished product, so stay tuned. Okay, so I went ahead and I put my cup on my churner. I also added my decal, rock, paper, scissors, really cute. And I've whipped up 20 mLs of epoxy. We're gonna go ahead and use Mystique. That is our enhancer here. And Mystique is like, it's an ultra fine, not ultra fine, excuse me. It is a microfine glitter. So basically what it is, you only need that much, not much at all. So that's the ends of a popsicle stick. You put it directly into your epoxy and you mix. And this is like magic. All it does is it enhances your design by giving it shimmer, and it doesn't disrupt your design at all. So it's not like you're adding like full pieces of glitter, or where you see the chunks. It's not ultra fine, so it's not grainy. This is it's almost silky, like it's so gorgeous. So it gives your epoxy shimmer, and then you add that on. So again, you only need a little bit, enough to at the tip of a popsicle stick, and well, bam, it works awesome. I always use my silicone brush, and this is available on our website, as well as Mystique and Tin Man. And so you just add this on. I always conserve my gloves by using silicone brush, and I'm so excited because our brushes have glitterholics on it. So excited. All right, so I'm gonna make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my churner, and I'm gonna add my epoxy, and then I'm gonna let it sit for 6 to 8 hours and just let it completely dry, and I'll show you guys the end result. I'm so excited.